Hola, mi nombre es Andrew Callahan y estás mirando Canal 5. Hoy...
You don't know how you have impacted me. xqcow. Go
T-Tours.
get a haircut.
I'm kind of happy today, but because I'm rested. I'm rested. I'm happy because I'm happy, but I'm rested.
Nice.
Okay?
Estamos en la frontera, en una ciudad que se llama Gringo Pass, muy cerca a Mexico. I'm a gringo myself, trying to pass the time and figure out what the heck's going on.
Oh, wow.
I've been hearing a lot about the border crisis.
The surge at the southern border.
10,000 migrants a day.
Border crisis this, border crisis that.
More barbed wire on the border.
The border, they say, is closed. It's not.
But as you can see, there's not diddly squat happening behind me. And that's all by design. A few weeks ago, Arizona decided to shut down this particular point of entry because it was being overflowed with migrants who were seeking asylum in the United States.
Derek, there is no traffic here.
So kind of coincidence, chat.
However, I have a sweeping suspicion that despite this actual vehicular passageway being closed, there's still a lot of migrants nearby who are attempting to enter the US using different means than a vehicle through an official port of entry. Let's go do some investigations.
I began my investigation by attempting to breach the east side of the port of entry, walking carefully through the Border Patrol parking lot with confidence and purpose to avoid suspicion. We see one of their helicopters fly by, but aside from that, there's absolutely no one around. Or so it seems. As I continue to walk, I notice a suspicious white box truck in the back corner of the parking lot. It appears to be blocking something, but I'm not sure what. In order to get around the truck without raising suspicions, I feign interest in a local stray dog who I can see frolicking in the distance behind the truck.
Oh, perrito, perro, amigo, ¿qué es tu nombre? Perro, hi, perrito, ¿tienes hambre? ¿Quieres una treat?
Oh, he's got some good Spanish. Hold on.
As I suspected, there they were. Hundreds of migrants, seemingly of African origin, lined up against the border fence, hidden from the cameras by Border Patrol. Then, to my left, I see Spanish-speaking migrants, who were already being processed.
I've been wanting to learn, chat.
¿Qué es tu nombre?
Roberto,
Mi nombre es Andrés. ¿Dónde eres?
de México.
¿Cómo fue tu vida en México?
Pues que por los carteles nos sacaron. Nos
Sí.
sacaron de las casas.
¿Qué ciudad de México, amigos?
En Veracruz,
Sí,
sí, muy peligroso. Pues es que gobierna el cártel de Jalisco.
sí,
Sí, pues te piden cuota y como si no tienes dinero, ¿de dónde les vas a dar?
sí.
Y pues te sacan de tus casas.
Authorities in Veracruz have found 34 bodies wrapped in plastic bags in refrigerators.
The Navy says the suspects are part of the so-called New Generation Gang.
Somos el grupo Matacetas.
Y estamos amenazados que no podemos regresar.
¿Y estás con tu familia aquí?
Sí, con mi esposa y mi niño.
¿Y qué quieres hacer en los Estados Unidos?
Pues quiero ir a trabajar.
Sí. ¿Qué tipo de trabajo prefieres?
Pues no sé, su tío de ella dice que me va a acomodar donde él trabaja.
¿Es tu primera vez aquí en los
Sí,
Estados
mi
Unidos?
primera vez.
Sí.
Sí.
¿Y qué piensas?
Pues hay que ir a probar a ver
Sí.
cómo nos va.
¿Y ahora estás con la migra aquí?
Sí, ahí está.
¿Ellos van a deportar o no?
Pues no sé, creo que ya nos van a dar paso para adentro.
¿Hay una ciudad que piensas que vas a ir o?
Pues él está en Los Hills, California.
Sí. ¿Tienes familia en California?
Ajá, su tío de mi esposa.
Best of luck, man.
Sí.
Gracias.
Lost Hills, never
Sí.
heard of that.
Roberto's ultimate
valley?
destination was Lost Hills, California, a small working-class town outside of Bakersfield, where the primary industries are pistachio farming and oil field drilling.
Hola, ¿qué pasa, mi amigo? ¿De dónde eres? ¿De Sinaloa? ¿Puedes decir tu nombre?
Bien, Alberto,
Sí. ¿Cuántos años tienes?
12.
¿Y qué piensas sobre los Estados Unidos?
No sé, quiero ir a estudiar allá, quiero cumplir mi sueño. Estudiar, es mi sueño aquí en Estados Unidos.
Sí. ¿Qué quieres estudiar?
Quiero estudiar ingeniero de la agricultura,
Sí.
en las parcelas, en eso de los riegos y todo.
Farmers and
¿Sabes
crops.
inglés o no?
Okay.
¿Quieres aprender?
Sí.
Sí. ¿Cómo fue tu vida en Sinaloa?
Pues hay mucho movimiento de eso de las drogas y todo.
Sí.
Muy feo. Pues la droga, la violencia, todo eso.
Sí. ¿Hoy es tu primera vez en los Estados Unidos?
Ajá, es mi primera vez.
¿Tienes miedo?
Sí.
Ok, todo está bien, mi amigo. Pretty much everybody we talked to said they're leaving because of like cartel-related reasons. Basically just saying that it's getting so hectic down there that they're just coming here. First dude wanted to work. The kid wants to study engineering and agricultural science. Obviously, as I just started to explain, they closed down this border officially on December 4th to like cross traffic. So if you're going to Rocky Point to go vacation, you can't drive through Lukeville, you have to go through Nogales. And they did that because this small border town was being so overwhelmed by migrants. But as you can see, despite the fact that they actually closed the port of entry, there's still hundreds of migrants that are just waiting along the border wall right here. I want to go talk to them because
they all appear to be African. I mean, there's a chance they could be Haitian or, you know, Afro-Colombian or something like that. But I've seen a lot of recent news stories suggesting that most of these people are from Senegal, Gambia, Guinea, and so forth. Which is really interesting, obviously, because those are insanely far countries.
Yeah,
from
I was about to
America.
say, because every time I say this shit, they name countries that are very, very far away. I mean, bruh, that's far out. How come they go from all the way over there in a boat?
And I don't think Americans generally associate African nations with illegal immigration. I think typically they assume it's Mexicans and Central Americans fleeing narco violence or Venezuelans fleeing a regime change. And obviously we share a landmass with these countries to our south. So it makes perfect sense why they would come north when the standard of life is considerably higher. But for someone to make the journey from Africa into Latin America and then take this almost tri-continental journey up into the United States is particularly strange, especially given the fact that Europe is much closer. There's first world nations that are much closer to these African countries that have a better healthcare and education system than America. So what is it about America that makes them feel like this journey is worth it?
And also, you know, what life do they expect here in America? Because obviously, as we've documented in the past couple months, there's a lot of really shitty stuff happening in America. The state of our inner cities is already pretty bad. And so I wonder almost if like the American dream propaganda that they're being fed by media or by their friends or family members, if that's actually true.
I think America creates an atmosphere for people to achieve. So the American dream is just the ability to achieve. That's what it's about.
Like, is the American dream actually a reality for immigrants, or are they more likely to just face different types of hardships when they arrive? I don't know. Let's go talk to some people.
Okay, interesting.
I wanted to talk to these African migrants, but because they were being deliberately safeguarded by Border Patrol, that seemed very difficult. They were essentially being held in what's like a demilitarized zone, a single-lane patch of land between the port of entry and the actual border wall, which apparently American civilians cannot access unless authorized by personnel. Still, I drove 6 hours to get to this place, so I wasn't about to leave without at least trying to talk to them. Naturally, I began a westbound hike along the border wall, searching for a hole or an opening in the fence that would let me access where they were standing. Finally, I found a clearing in the fence and began my journey eastbound along the restricted pathway. Very quickly, I was apprehended by law enforcement.
Yeah, so the actual border road here is closed to anybody except law enforcement traffic, just because sometimes BP needs to kind of hoof it on you.
Yeah, okay.
But you guys are welcome to take pictures or whatever, like from right here. Just get back to your car, do what you need to do.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Thanks. Yeah.
Okay. Pretending that our car was in the direction of the migrants, we continued our mission. And predictably, we're stopped again.
Have you coming through here?
Okay. We're just trying to find a good place to do some like interviews with migrants where we wouldn't get.
No, these gates are closed and locked. The border's closed. You guys gotta go the other way.
Okay. Where do you guys think's a legal place to get interviews and stuff like that?
Parking lot.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Have a good one.
Somewhat disheartened, we ended up back at the empty parking lot where this video began. It seemed that Border Patrol was running a tight ship and being directed to deliberately mislead journalists. Or perhaps maybe we picked the wrong place along the border to begin our coverage. So we figured it was time to pack up and leave town. Then, seemingly from out of nowhere, an off-duty law enforcement officer approached us in his car and told us that we were just 1 mile away from the largest secret migrant detention facility in Arizona, which is embedded inside of a national park called the Oregon Pipe Cactus National Monument.
You turn on Palo Blanco Road, I believe it's called. And you go about a mile. It's conveniently hidden. Literally thousands of people, and people from all over the world. What they do is when they come through the wall, they shed any type of ID. So you can find passports, currencies, driver's license, visas from Guinea, from Mauritania, Sierra Leone, Chad, Ghana, Egypt, Thailand, Nepal. It's phenomenal. You see discarded strollers, suitcases, day packs, purses, neck pillows.
Chad.
I mean, these aren't the people that were crossing in years past that were just trying to get into California to make a living wage to send back home. This is a different demographic completely. Well, these are the guys bringing in the fentanyl. You know, it used to be the border crossers would get across the border one way or another, and then they had 20, 30, 40 miles to get up, 60 miles to I-8. It was very difficult and arduous.
Guys, I've seen these videos, okay, time and time again, okay? Guys, we've seen it. We've seen these interviews all across multiple channels, okay? Every time they interview these state officials or whatever, right? They always go, they seem chill, and then they say, oh yeah, these are the guys, boom, and they unload the dog shit. I'm telling you, every video, dude.
The cartel makes it really easy for them.
Matter.
They simply step across the border and walk to the Border Patrol and claim asylum. I'm a pro-immigration person. We need immigration, but not this way. Not the way it's being done now, where no one has any idea of who these people are. It's just totally unsustainable.
What do you think's the right way to do it?
I wish I had an easy solution. I don't know. It seemed to me that Title 42 was working pretty well under a previous administration, which required people to claim asylum upon the first country they hit, rather than having it come right into America first.
So what is Title 42? The order started during the Trump administration. It allowed the government to turn away migrants to slow the spread of COVID-19.
The Trump-era health policy that allows authorities to immediately deport most migrants. When it ends, tens of thousands currently waiting in Mexico can apply for asylum. Authorities say they're preparing for a spike in migrant crossings, upwards of 10,000.
Okay, Chad, maybe I missed the point. Doesn't this make sense? Guys, if you go across 5 countries and end in America and you say asylum, well, couldn't you have claimed asylum in a lot of other countries that were also suitable for a life there? Guys, I don't know anything about this. I'm asking a question, just I'm not being rude at all. I'm asking a question. Okay? I think that there's a lot of countries that are suitable for an asylum country, where they're sustainable and suitable for life.
Per day.
How many people would you estimate are coming through?
But I would estimate certainly more than a couple thousand a day. But if you just run the numbers, with the numbers that we're seeing, if you even say 1% aren't the greatest people with the greatest intent, we're in danger. And it's being done to profit the cartels. Just using my own rudimentary math skills, I think they're making about $1 billion a month smuggling people into the U.S. What they do is they saw cut the bollards in the wall.
We'll have to check the math on that.
And they pull them back and then funnel people through. And then when they close that bollard, push it back onto where it was previously affixed, you can't see, except for, I mean, there's a tiny little crack where they saw cut it. So, and this happens all along that 12-mile section.
Midway through my interview with this man, I had a shocking revelation. This maybe, just maybe, was the same guy that I interviewed 5 years ago at the raid of Area 51.
What?
But what are your thoughts on the aliens, man? They're here. They're here. They're here right now. They're walking among us on 2 legs. Human-like. Oh, yeah.
Do you plan on raiding tonight, sir?
Oh, I've already been in.
What was in there?
They're in there. They're in there. Totally. Yes.
Well, anyways, man, thanks for the interview. Good luck.
Guys, when it's cold, the skin on my toes gets dry, and it's kind of edible.
You're a brave soldier.
Thank you.
I didn't realize this until after I filmed the interview, but looking back, it actually makes sense. In both encounters, he's on the outskirts of federal land, claiming the government is hiding some crazy shit that he himself just saw.
5 guys in camouflage from head to toe, black masks, with the camouflage backpacks running as fast as they could.
Damn, that's a crazy situation. So for us as journalists, if we wanted to get the firsthand scoop of what's going on, you mentioned you felt like a processing center was the best place to check out.
Yes.
And that is over there.
I find it curious why it's hidden. Because logistically, it would seem to me to be much more efficient if they put it right up here on the highway. It seems like it was intentionally put 3/4 of a mile off the road so tax-paying citizens wouldn't see it.
You go in there right now?
Yes.
Can we follow you guys?
Sure.
All right, cool. I'll see you in a second, man. Thanks so much.
All right, so I guess we actually kind of are in the right place to.
Guys, this is what happens when you get old. Guys, he has the Trump backwards mouth shape. Chat, it's a backwards. You know what I'm saying? Guys, it's the round top, flat bottom.
Cool. I'll see you in a second,
Guys,
man. Thanks so much.
You see it, right?
You go in there right now?
Yes.
Can we follow you guys?
Sure.
All right, cool. I'll see you in a second, man. Thanks so much.
Chat.
All right, so I guess we actually kind of are in the right place to find migrants to speak to. That dude that just pulled up and talked to us, he actually agreed to take us directly to the migrant processing center where everyone's being kept.
What, I have that?
He said that it's located like in a hidden location, 4 to 5 miles away from the state road that runs through this place. So we're just gonna follow his car and yeah, hopefully get some footage, guys.
Sorry, I'm done.
To my surprise, my unbeknownst old friend was not bullshitting about the processing center. In the middle of the Sonoran Desert, hidden behind Border Patrol vehicles and makeshift tents, were hundreds upon hundreds of migrants, all of whom who hopped the U.S.-Mexico.
What if it's designed to be more far out of any sort of like resources or road or other, because they're in the glaring sun and the conditions are so tough that people would turn back and shit it. Guy, that's kind of terrible. I mean, both are valid stories here.
Hours. It was a shocking sight to see. Hundreds upon hundreds of people from all around the world, herded like cattle on the cold desert floor, sitting in silence, awaiting an uncertain future. Despite these conditions, spirits are generally high, especially among children, many of who have been walking, hopping trains, hitching rides, and so forth for weeks and even months. Now, they've finally made it to the land of opportunity, a nation allegedly founded upon the principles of liberty and radical individuality, where anyone from any walk of life can make something out of themselves.
I guess they call them detainees. They've been walking on this road. This road runs for 12 miles, 12 or 13 miles. What it does is it parallels our border fence.
In our next episode, Migrant Detention Facility, we'll go undercover and speak with Border Patrol agents and migrants from across the world who are seeking asylum in the United States. We'll also follow a bus full of undocumented migrants and driven by ICE agents who pulled over and detained us after realizing they were being filmed. Like much of our...
Guys, this is gonna sound really fucking dog shit. Okay, chat. This might be one of my worst takes, chat. Guys, this is the stupidest take of all time. Oh my god, chat. Oh my god. Okay, chat. Guys, what if you say fuck it, you back up, you let the board like this, and you put nothing for miles, nothing at all, and a secondary border, right? And it's like, yo, dude, don't cross, right? But there's the wilderness there, right? And like, the reason why you don't want to cross is that, shit, dude, I don't think you're gonna make it, right? I mean, guys, because it's a long, it's either gonna be cold at night, super hardcore, hot. Guys, you would need to have like equipment to do all that, right? What? Guys, it's like a massive, it's like the wilderness. It's a big buffer zone, and it's like, dude, I mean, would you attempt this trek? Chat, let's say it's in the glaring sun of the desert. Guys, it's like 40 degrees Celsius during the summer. And it's like fucking 50 miles you have to walk. Dude, like a no man's land. Would you do it? Shit, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not
content. This episode is available exclusively on our Patreon.
Okay, whoa.
www.
If you want to they're saying spawning lions and shit, yo, come on, man. Yo, that's not even what I meant, though. I mean, like, it's like a default zone.
patreon.com/channel5. As many of you know, Channel 5 is and has always been completely independent and supported and powered directly through your contributions. Thank you.
Channel 5 Live Worldwide, Hollywood and Vine.
Fuck the authority, Channel 5 News.
Channel 55. We don't fuck with custers. And 5 is the best number.
Guys, this was good. I wish there was more interviews with guys, we saw this last time, chat. Guys, it was guys, it was the same sort of documentary with the border stuff, and it was just I gotta keep it a buck, chat. I don't know, dude. I don't know. It seems like the people that work at the border, like the cops out there, they almost get jaded and annoyed at what they see, and they can almost like become like kind of like radicalized a little bit. Because some of the shit they said last time, chat, guys, I gotta be honest with you, I don't know that there's validity to what they're saying. I know they know what they're talking about more than I do, right? But some of the shit that they said, a lot of it was like
Big boy, 2 years.
prediction, guesses, conjecture. A lot of it was just kind of like opinionated, full of dog shit. It's like, bruh,